Hello, happy Wednesday. Okay guys, we're gonna get right into it. I'm gonna talk to you. I'm actually really excited for this training. As you know, this is something I really like, and something that I feel like I know well. I hate when I have to train on things that I'm like not 100% confident about. There's those areas, you know? So as you get on, let me know you're here. I really hope my Wi-Fi has good connection. It's like so hit and miss, mostly miss. And I thought about just uploading a video. Hey KP. So I really hope it works. Ooh, please, if it gets staticky, just listen to my, not staticky, but like blurry face, just listen to my voice, okay? Okay guys, so we'll see. Hey Taylor. Okay, I'm obsessed with this lip combo. It is Plum Pretty, Praline Rose, Plum Pretty. And it looked amazing when it was Plum Pretty, Praline Rose. So I need to do that with Icicle on top, or like just mix them, you know, half and half, because it was so pretty. Thanks, I like Plum Pretty. Hey Taylor. Okay, so let's see if I can get a few more on. Well, let me just tell you what this topic really is, okay? There's so many areas within this topic, like how to talk to people about what you do, but what people are you talking to? So I'm gonna go over just the general basics, just the basics of talking to people about what you do, as well as speaking to like a general audience. So whether you're at a demo, a party, a vendor event, you're doing a live video or a story, whatever, a video you're gonna upload, that's just a general audience. And then how to talk to someone about what you do when it's someone who asks you, or asks you, or how to talk to someone about what you do and they haven't even asked, maybe. So I'm gonna cover all of it, and so hopefully, like, these are, I just wrote down everything I thought because I have a lot to say. So I'm gonna hurry and get into it so that it's not too long. But it is so natural for us to just be automatically worried. Hey Mama K, automatically worried about making others feel uncomfortable when we're talking about this subject, because we have been in that situation before. We have been the customer before. We understand, like, they're thinking, oh my goodness, is she gonna pitch me on this? Hey Mac, I need to text you back from like 2 days ago. It was a question I asked you. Sorry. We're just naturally feeling awkward and uncomfortable in this situation because we don't want to make others feel uncomfortable. So first of all, you got to stop feeling uncomfortable, and the way you're going to do that is you are going to start believing. You need to have a belief. If you do not believe in these products, let me back up. This is not just talking about recruiting. This is also talking about sales, okay? So how to talk to people about what you do, because they might be a potential customer or a potential downline one day, right? If you don't believe in what you do, if you don't believe in the product or opportunity, if you have zero confidence in that, then this is gonna sound a little bit crazy, but you should just quit, because you're never gonna get anywhere. If you don't believe in the products, how are you gonna sell them? If you have zero confidence in our products, why are you selling them? If you don't believe in the opportunity and you don't think it could help someone, then don't pitch it. Don't talk about it, ever. I mean, don't talk about the opportunity. If you don't believe in the opportunity, but you want to sell product, then obviously you're gonna talk about the product and have confidence in it. But what I'm saying is, if you don't believe in the opportunity or the product right now, then, and you don't believe you can gain that belief or confidence, then you're honestly just wasting your time. So, not to be mean, but that's the truth. The way you feel about something is so obvious to the customer or whoever you're talking to, and you have to understand that people can sense your energy. So if you're not confident when you're talking about it, people are like, oh, that must not be working out well for her. Hey, Shay. Or like, okay, how does she lead a team if she has zero confidence in this opportunity or this product? So you need to have confidence in the opportunity, the level of support you offer, your team and leaders, the company, the comp plan. And if you don't have the confidence or the belief in these things yet, maybe you're new, or maybe you've taken a step back or whatever, go and do the research and figure it out. Thanks, girl. You're real nice. Go research things that are gonna make you believe in it more, or make you feel more confident. I tell you guys all day about how much I love the products and how much I love the company and the opportunity and whatever, but I can't make you see it. You have to see it for yourself, so you need to go research. Go do your own research, okay? You also need to be confident in the price point, okay? Guys, if you are not, okay, I said this last week, but like, really, it's not expensive product. If you have the mindset that it's too expensive, you ain't gonna sell, because that's gonna come across. People are gonna be like, oh, that's expensive. But if you're confident in the product, you're like, dude, this lipstick is worth every penny. This eyeshadow is worth every penny. This shadow sense in my brows is worth every penny. This foundation. If you portray it that way, then people will buy. If you are wanting to build a team and you're acting like, oh yeah, $55, like, we aren't asking for thousands of dollars. Y'all, you should be recruiting so much, because so many companies have like $1,000 startup fee, and this one is $55 freaking dollars. That is nothing, and there's nothing to be like, oh, it's $55, sorry. Like, you should have complete confidence in that it is worth the $55 and that the products work. By the way, if you don't use the product, how can you believe in it or have confidence in it? Now, that's just the first step, okay? Hey, Destiny. On topic, I'm so bad at telling people what I do. Okay, so we're gonna help you fix that, okay? So, confidence, okay, I'm getting sidetracked. I need to turn off comments. Okay, okay, so confidence in what you do and belief, that is number one. If you don't have that, then girl, I don't know how you're gonna tell them. But I will tell you, I know that I recruit well because I over deliver as a leader. And I'm not trying to brag or anything, but I know that and I feel good about it. I know that I have passion and they see that. I know I've been consistent and they see that. But I'm never worried about a recruit failing. You are worried about talking to people interested in the opportunity or that you don't even know are interested. Maybe partly because you're worried, could they be good at this? But I'm never worried about that. Literally every single person I sign up, I know for a fact they could change their life if they wanted to, if they are coachable, if they take the advice I give them, if they take the opportunity and run with it. Is everyone going to be successful? No, because too many people are not working. They're like, oh cool, I signed up, that's all I need to do, or I'm gonna work for 60 days and then be done, or 90 days or 6 months, whatever. But I know for a fact that I over deliver as a leader, that I am always there for people, and that I coach my team. I coach anyone who joins under me, lines 1 through 100, and that's what I love to do, and I'm gonna do it every time, and I'm never worried about them. They all have the resources, so I have zero doubt, and therefore I can very easily talk about what I do and how I do it and what I love. So I never have to be pushy either, because I can portray that. So as you're talking to people, I'm going to tell you real quickly. Okay, so now I'm going into like speaking to a general audience. So this is if like you're doing a party, okay? And as the party gets started, you're going to go into this, or you're at a vendor event and someone comes to your booth and is like, what's Xenogens? Or maybe ask you more questions, or you're at a demo. The whole time you're doing a demo, this is what you're saying. This is, if you're gonna do a live video, actually I challenge all of you to do a live video using the 5 steps I'm going to tell you. Or a story on Instagram or Facebook, or a preloaded, uploaded video, whatever. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Snapchat, you name it, okay? This is how you're going to talk to a general audience. Sorry, there's 4 parts, not 5. First one is you are going to hook them with the problem. So right at the beginning, you're gonna hook them with the problem so that they're more interested. In fact, this is probably gonna be the title, or within the title of your video, or if you're person to person with a bunch of people, you're going to basically say, like, you know, if you're at a demo, you're gonna say, I hate it. I love to wear lipstick, but I hated that it was coming off all day. It was smudging off my face. It was getting on my daughter. It was always on my cup, you know, so I strayed away from using it, even though I love the way it made me look all put together. If you're talking about the opportunity, you're going to say something like, you know, my husband and I did fine, but I just wanted to make a few $100 extra to bring in so that I could spend a little bit more freely without feeling guilty. Whatever. There's so many problems you can think of, right? I'm a stay-at-home mom with 3 kids, and my husband works a lot, and so I feel like I don't really have something for me. I feel like it's always about the house and him and the kids, whatever. You're gonna hook them with the problem. Then you're going to describe your own story and experience. So, you know, then I found LiveSense, and I honestly could not believe that it didn't come off. My friend was posting about it, and I was like, what? So finally, way too long later, I got some, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is real. There really is a magical lipstick out there. How do I get more of this? Okay, that could be one way if you're talking about product, or you might be talking about the opportunity. So, you know, I really didn't want to be the salesy type on social media or anything, but I tried the product and I knew it was too good to be true, so I decided to just try it. I had nothing to lose. It was only $55, so I did it, and then I couldn't believe, you know, what came to me then. Whatever. You know, my checks kept growing. I started building a team. I was selling more and more product. I discovered there's more product than just the lipstick out there, and all of it I will use for the rest of my life, whatever. Then you are going to tell them how you felt and your whole truth. So then you're going to go into the ending, right? You know, I kind of describe this in 2 parts when there's 4. So you're hooking them with the problem and telling your own experience with the problem, right? Your lipstick is coming off on your kid, or you feel bad when you buy yourself something, or you have 0 time, or 0, what's the word? You feel like there's nothing out there that's just yours and you want something for yourself. That's your problem. The second one is describing your experience. You know, my husband's gone all day. I'm chasing around 3 kids. When I do finally get time alone, I feel like I'm still scrambling to make everyone else happy, and I knew I just needed something for myself. Or, you know, I went to the store and I saw a purse that I loved, and I almost bought it, but I was just too worried about, like, okay, I am not contributing financially, so how am I going to buy that? Blah, 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 right? Okay, my personal story would be like, I always thought that I was just gonna work out of home. Like, that's just what I thought. I'm going to work away from home. And I realized that not everyone has to, that you can make your own money by yourself. And there are things out there for you to do that, and there's a community, blah, 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 okay? I was sick of after 7 months of leaving my baby every day to watch her grow and learn something new every day, and I wasn't the first person to see it. I was done with that. I'm not going to do that anymore. So that would be my own personal story. And then searching for a solution. So my own personal story, we're going to go with that. I was saying, like, you know what, girl? I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to be away from her. It's not fair. And so is it going to take a lot of work? Am I going to stay up later? Yes, but I'm also going to find something for myself and something that makes me happy and more confident and more friends, etc., right? Then that's when you're telling your truth and you're expanding on that. So you're saying, like, so 5 months later, I was able to quit my job. And since then, I've stayed home with her every day, and now it's the summer, and I'm so happy that, you know, I can schedule in a time to go with her to the pool every single day if I wanted to, and still be able to work my business from home during nap time and bedtime and early mornings. And even sometimes, you know, I'll give her the iPad and then have another 40 minutes to work, and it just feels incredible that I get to watch her grow every day and still bring in an income for my family. So the 4 parts, I feel like I totally butchered that part. But the 4 parts are: hook 'em with the problem, describe your own experience with the problem, talk about searching for a solution, and then how it ended for you, how you felt. This is honestly your story. So at the very end, that's when people know, oh gosh, she's gonna pitch us, she's gonna pitch us. But as long as you're just telling your story, you're making it feel real, and it just feels like a conversation. So that's speaking to a general audience. So we've talked about being confident and believing. That's really what you need to do. That's number 1. I'll tell you number 2 in a minute. But confidence and belief, if you have those things, it's not going to be hard. Like, what is there to be scared of if you believe in this? If you know that it works, if you know that it helps others, if you know that it's a great product, then there's nothing to be afraid of. And sometimes I get it, because, like, for instance, when I'm on my way to like a vendor event or a party, I get nervous, guys. Like, I tell you guys, like, I always try to back out. I'm like, oh, Beck, I'm sick, sorry, because I get so nervous. But I had to, like, tap into it. I had to put on something motivational, and I had to listen to The Secret, and I had to, like, meditate for a minute and be like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna kill it. I'm gonna make new friends, new relationships, new connections. I'm going to sell some of my stock, and, you know, it's gonna be a win no matter what. So you do have to tap into that sometimes. But the next part is when someone asks. If someone asks you, like, tell me more about what you do, or even what do you do for a living, okay? When they ask, what do you do for a living, you need a 30-second elevator pitch. And so mine is, I sell makeup, I sell revolutionary makeup and skincare that is seriously changing the industry, and I get to do it alongside a bunch of women who've become my best friends. The best part is I get to coach them and teach them how to do it as well, and so it's been super rewarding. You leave it at that. You don't say, like, oh yeah, I sell lip scents, do you want to join my team? That's what's awkward. So, moving forward, if someone asks, if someone asks, like, not what do you do for a living, but they ask more about Senegence, I'm just going to give you a quick tip on this. Don't blast them with the info. Set up a time to talk with them, either on the phone or in person. In person is better. And ask questions for them so that you know what to hit on when you talk with them. And when you meet up, you will already know, okay, you've already asked them, what interests you, or what are your goals, or, you know, so many things, because it's always different. Like, the money talks, and money is always something, but so many women just want to find, like, a circle of friends or a group of women to hang out with. So many women just want something for themselves. They're doing fine financially. Their husbands make tons of money, and they don't need the money. They want something for themselves, but you should already know that before you meet with them so that you can touch on those parts. And you're going to let them control the conversation, and that's going to make it so much easier for you. Let them ask the questions and control the conversation that way. So, someone who doesn't ask, you know, you probably have those friends who, I'm going to give you an example. I have a friend who's been my friend since before Synergens. She knows I do Synergens. She doesn't really ask, like, how's it going? But it just gets brought up in conversation. How I handle that is, okay, I have never ever asked her to join my team. And there's a lot of people where their strategy is, I'm just going to ask every single person on the face of the planet that I know to join my team. And I think that's great, and I think it will work. And you can absolutely do that. So I'm not saying don't do that. I am just saying I have watched her in the last year and a half start to ask more and more questions about Synergens, and I feel like eventually she will come around. And the win with that for me is if I was always asking her to join my team from the get-go, she probably would have joined, but it would have been because she felt more pressured, and she might not have ever done anything with it because she just joined because she's like, okay, Katie, like, here's $55. I joined your team. So I feel like letting her watch and ask questions and just mentioning tidbits. I know her, right? So I know her. So I know things like to add in. I know that she wants certain things in her life, and I know that she wants to feel more confident and that she wants to make money herself instead of just relying on her husband's money. And so I'll just add those things in. I'm not like bragging or being like, hey, guess what I did and you didn't, but it's just like a little snippets, and those friends that you know well, add those in. And I feel like it will pay off when she does join, because trust me, she's going to join eventually. I just think it will pay off so well because she's watched instead of like me pressuring her into it. So it's not that I would never say like, girl, you could totally do this if you wanted, because I will say that all the time. But I would never be like, you've got to join my team. You have to join my team. But I will say to people like, you would be really good at this if you tried it. So that's another good thing to say. You would be really good at this. You should try it. The other one I was going to talk about is someone who didn't really ask, like, she's someone I met a couple weeks ago. My husband introduced me to her and her husband, and she was like, I heard you do really well with Synergens. And I was like, oh my gosh, I just love selling it and, you know, building my team and working with my team. It's been so much fun. Have you tried it? And that got us onto her purchasing, because I was like, girl, she hadn't tried it. I was like, what? How have you not tried it? Like, look at my face right now. Look, it's not coming off. I'm like, you should try it. And so now that she's purchased, just wait, she's gonna purchase again. And then she's gonna join. So it's just, I'm not awkward about it. I'm not like, oh, no, I don't sell Synergens. Oh, what's Synergens? Oh yeah, I do sell that just a little bit. Like, I know the feeling, because when I was quitting my job, I kick myself for this every freaking day. But when I was quitting my job, I had to go around to every doctor office that I visited, which there was 170 of them. Kill me. Oh God. Thank God I don't do that anymore. And mind you, my job was to build relationships with people, but I, you know, went in to tell them like, hey, I'm leaving Utah Oral and Facial Surgeons, and I just wanted to say goodbye and introduce you to the new girl. The new girl's already quit too. I told you they wouldn't find someone that lasted longer than me in that position. Just kidding. So anyway, every single person, oh, why are you leaving? And every freaking time, mind you, I was 5 months in, okay, so as a newbie, I should have known better, but I was like, oh, it's just stupid. Like, I just started selling LipSense. Do you know what LipSense is? Whatever. Okay. Well, it's just gotten really great. Like, why was I like that? Like, I'm such an idiot. I could have gotten so many more people interested if I was just confident about it and been like, I sell lip sense and it's awesome. You know, I built a team already. I can't believe it, blah, blah, blah. So, think of your 30-second elevator pitch for when people ask you, what do you do? Okay? 30 seconds. All you gotta say, okay, if this is a side business for you, say you have a full-time job, still add it in. You can be like, oh, I'm a pharmacist. I don't know, I'm making these up. I'm a pharmacist and I also sell Synergens. Or I also sell beauty products that are wonderful and whatever, okay? My light is so bright I can't even see. Okay, so moving forward. Oh, hi Kirst. I don't know if you're still on. Oh. Okay, I'm looking at comments now. So I always get asked, oh, you say you're a stay-at-home mom? No, you say, yeah, I run a business, Shay. You run a business. You run an at-home business. I tell people all the time, I run a business. Yeah, I run a business. I sell beauty products and I work with a bunch of women who are amazing. And then I teach other women how to run their own business. So do not ever, if I ever hear you say I'm a stay-at-home mom ever again, we're kicking you out of the hood. Okay? Kicked out. And then I sell lipstick. Yeah, that's kind of what I did when the dog. Well, I started selling lipstick. I'm an idiot. Okay. So that's kind of how you can talk to a general audience, someone who asks you, someone who doesn't, like someone who asks you specifically about Synergen, someone who just asks what you do, and someone who doesn't ask at all. You're just like dropping hints, right? Now, we can talk all day long. We could talk. We could talk all about Synergens and how it's so cool and how we're so cool and how our friends are so cool and how our makeup is so cool. But, y'all, it's not going to get you anywhere. You can even use all the tips I just gave you and it's still not going to get you anywhere because that doesn't mean people are listening. So how do you get people to listen to you? You build an influence with every single person you meet. This has nothing to do with the position you hold. It has nothing to do with how much product you've sold previously. It has nothing to do with what rank you are in the company. Nobody gives a shit what Crown Princess is who's not in Synergens. They don't know what that means. They're like, oh, that's weird. Crown Princess, like, that's cool. Like, I would never be like, I'm a Crown Princess, right? And nobody cares about the ranks. It has nothing to do with your title or your rank or your accomplishments. You build an influence by who you are as a person. So who you are as a person, how you treat others, how you care about others, and how you care about different things in the world, what you're setting out to do in life, what your goals are, what motivates you, what's your mission, and how you treat yourself. That's how you build an influence. You build an influence by how you treat others, by being kind, by being generous, by being caring, by caring for them, and for just holding yourself to a high standard. People aren't easily influenced by others who are like constantly talking down about themselves or constantly complaining on social media or always has a negative attitude or is any of the 7 signs of toxic people on the video that I did on Monday, right? So every single person has the power to influence others the correct way, but you have to get over feeling like you can't do it, and you got to just be a kind person with the vision of, you know, you have a mission, you have a purpose, and although your purpose a lot of it does have to do with you and your family and what you want for them. It also should do with what you want for others. So make sure that you portray that as you're meeting people and talking to them and building relationships. The connection that you build with someone as you're becoming a person of influence, it should be somewhat of an emotional connection. So really listen when they speak. Really listen when someone talks to you, and really get to know them and connect with them, you know, in any way that you can. And you will be able to connect with anyone you talk to as long as you're listening. You know, it's hard to connect to people when you're not really listening when they talk, because you're like too busy or too sidetracked or too stressed. You will not connect with anyone if you are not connected with your own personal emotions. So connect with your personal emotions. Like, whatever it is that's causing you to be cold or closed off or scared or whatever, fix it. Fix it now. And connect with your inner emotions, connect with who you want to be as a person, so that you can actually influence others. Because you can talk with all the confidence, you can talk with all the stats, you can talk with the best story ever, but if you are not influencing others because you are not kind, or you are not showing that you have goals, or you are not the type of person that people want to be influenced by, they don't care when you're talking. And you have to emotionally connect with them, listen to them, and know that you can't fake an emotional connection. People see you, they feel you, and they get you. And sometimes you need to tap into it. You know, again, before an event, before a demo, before a makeover, a live video, a training, a one-on-one, someone's coming over to your house to talk about the opportunity. Sometimes you need to tap into it. You need to take 10 minutes and you need to hurry and meditate for 90 seconds, and then you need to think positive thoughts and put out all your affirmations into the world and tell yourself how great you are, and how the universe has your back, and how you are confident and you are knowledgeable and you know, deserve success, blah, blah, blah. So sometimes you have to tap into it, and I do it all the time. In fact, it is very evident when I do and when I don't. I've had people come over to meet with me about the opportunity so many times I'm not tapped in. I'm just like, yeah, so like you can earn them fast start if you want, and yeah, but you don't have to. And this is the fast start stuff you'll earn. But yeah, like if you sign up, just let me know if you sign up. Well, actually I'll get an email and then I'll just add you to my team page and it'll be fine. Okay, versus like, oh girl, like tell me what's going on in your life and how are you feeling about this and this, and like, okay, I think this would be really great for you and here's why, and you know, what's your schedule like? When could we do a launch party for you? Like, I'm such a different person when I tap into it and when I don't. And it's just being a woman and wearing 7 million hats. You gotta tap into the different hats. Like, for instance, when I need to be a mom to Beckham, sometimes I'm like, Beckham, like, if you drop that toy one more time while I'm staring into space on my phone, then I'm gonna beat you. But then there's other times where I'm like, oh, haha, like dropping it for her, right? Because you gotta like tap into that. It's just being a woman. We wear a lot of hats. So, if you're saying or thinking, okay, has to do with the universe, okay? If you are saying or thinking right now that you can't get people to buy, you can't get people to ask you questions, you can't get people to interact with you, you can't get people to seek out more info or to join you, it is because you are not showing the ability, or at this moment, maybe it's been a dry spell, or maybe it's never happened for you, whatever. You are lacking the ability to connect with other human beings. That is where you're sucking. I'm sorry. But I know when I go through dry spells, it's like I haven't like replied to anyone's comments in months because I'm just like, cool. Like, why are you asking the same question she asked a week ago? Girl, go scroll and find it, okay? Because I know like you get stressed out or whatever, but I also know that's going to hurt me. Why am I not trying to build a connection with this woman? I know that I'm going to have a dry spell after 30 days of not posting anything that is quality content. Like when I'm not like tapping into, you know, sharing with other women about motherhood because they can emotionally relate to that, or sharing with other women about anything, body issues, or, you know, makeup problems, or, you know, how to cook for your family in 20 minutes, whatever. Nobody, if I'm only posting pictures of lipstick and the same tutorial over and over again and whatever, nobody's emotionally connecting with me. So I know that I'm going to have a dry spell. And that's why I'm saying, if you are saying out loud in your mind, whatever, that you can't get people to join, that you can't get people to ask you questions, that you can't get people to interact or to buy from you, it is because you are not connecting with them. And the connection thing goes both sales and recruits. So start getting people to connect with you and start offering better content and start showing who you are and building an influence in their lives. So last is, it comes down to caring and creating a connection that leads to influence. To be honest with you, I don't think none of us, all 300 of us in this group, not one single person in this group has reached their true potential with this. I don't think all of us are being as influential as we can, or as confident, or as caring, or trying really hard to have emotional connections with people we meet. But I promise you, if you build a connection and you go for the goal of being able to influence others, you show your confidence and your belief. Like I said, if you aren't believing in this product or this opportunity, then like buy, like not like buy like I want you out, but like you're wasting your time, because you ain't ever going to sell it or gain team members if you don't believe in it. You gotta believe. Just believe. So confidence and belief in everything you do, asking them questions, even if it's someone who's not like, hey, tell me about Synergens, even if it's just someone else who you're talking to, you're going to start to connect with them on an emotional level, which will build an influence. If you're asking them questions, you're getting to know them and listening. Tell bits and pieces of your story as you go. So as you're getting to know someone, you know, you might want to talk about like, oh, when my team got together for this, or you know, you're going to just tell your story like, oh yeah, I was so worried about what people would think when I started, but I'm so glad I still did, right? Believe this and like hold this into your mind, but it's something I believe in. What you're doing or what you're trying to build, Synergens, the sisterhood, it's a movement. It's not just a business opportunity. It is legitimately, in my eyes, a movement. And I will tell you with 7,000,000% certainty that the product itself is revolutionary. So eventually, so many people that you know or have talked to or have encountered, they're going to buy the product or sell the product, or both. And it's up to you to build that connection, to get over your freaking self, get out of your mind, and like, I don't know why y'all so worried. Stop saying you're a stay-at-home mom. Tell them that you're a business owner, and have confidence and belief. Build connections with these people, because they're eventually going to be part of it. They're either going to buy a lot of it, they're going to sell it. You know, I truly 100% believe that. I really don't know very many people who have tried the line and like just stopped and just like, I'm gonna switch back over to Maybelline now. Like, it's true. Get them hooked on skincare. They ain't never going back. So anyway, I hope that helped answer some of your questions. Obviously, I can't tell you what to say word for word, because that's not going to help. People can tell when you're reading a script. So it has to be your own story, your own beliefs, your own confidence, and your own take on it. You're the one who has to build the connection and the influence. Anyway, hey Bree. Love you, Shay. Hey, Stacia. Okay, I'm getting off now, but watch back. I will upload it right now. Bye.